Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plants, and today we are back and we are updating my little catalog that I'm trying to make so that way I can easily find the shades of colors that I want to use for any spreads. So I am going in, this is just a notebook, it's available on my website. It's just a simple spiral bound notebook. It has dot grid in it. Really simple, but last time we did summers. That way this is easy for me. I can see all of the summer colors that I have. That way I can easily figure out and find the shades that I'm wanting to match whenever I'm doing a spread. So we're going to take it back and we're going to go to some simpler things. And today we're going to go to rainbow. Now I'm going to be pulling rainbow from two different areas. I have rainbow boxes, but I'm also going to pull it from the Functional Boxes Series 1 as well, because I think I'm just going to use this size because there's not a ton of colors. But I am going to pull it from both because even though I use the same colors, and this goes for basically all of the things that, you know, anything that I do that's pastel, anything that I do that's rainbow, anything that I do that's jewel tone, anytime I reuse those colors, like I'm literally like the code for the color, I literally copy and paste over every single time whenever I send in a new book to be produced. But for some reason, like they still don't always print exactly the same. So because these are the two main kind of like rainbow things I have in stock, I'm going to pull from both of them because there are like slight variations of the color. Again, I don't know why. I don't know the logistics behind printing. Um, but it is just something I know. So I want to be able to kind of have both of them in here. So I know like, oh, I can go in functional boxes. I feel like the colors are just like ever so slightly darker, I guess, where these ones are a little bit more bright. But again, they're all the same colors. So I'm going to pull from both of those two to kind of put in here. So I'll do one side is going to be the rainbow and then the other side will be the functional series. So that way I can know where to be pulling stuff from. So let's go ahead and get started. This one's going to be a lot easier than when I did the summer. With the summer, I used the checklist. I did a lot of cutting because there's not as many colors in the rainbow. I mean, there's still a lot of colors, but I don't think it's going to take up that much room. So we're going to just use the smallest size, which is what I would call series 1, to put down for my coloring here. I'll use a little thing so I can make it easy. So the hope is just to fit all the colors and then give me enough room to just label it with like rainbow boxes or something, and then do the same on the other side. Now I do know rainbow boxes does have a couple extra colors in here that the functional series does not have. So yeah, so just something to note. Like I know that, but you know, so I'm just gonna start taking my boxes and just laying them out, and I'm gonna just go in the rainbow order that they're in here, just to make life easier. And the hope is that I have plenty of room and that there's going to be enough space with using these bigger boxes over like the skinny checklist. Hopefully I'll still have, you know, the space to put all of these in. The functional series ones I'm not as worried about because I don't have as many, but I do want to make sure I have enough space for all the colors. So there are our orange and red, and then we go to our yellows. So stick those in there. You could always also use the bullet points that are in Check It Off, like the rainbow version of that. That is another option too. But I'm just using rainbow boxes because I feel like it's the most recent, recent printed book as far as like what the colors are currently. Like if you were to buy rainbow boxes today, these are the colors. You know what I mean? So that's why. And Check It Off hasn't been in stock and or restocked in a hot minute. So who knows when I reorder those if what they'll be when they come. Okay, I think we're gonna be able to like just fit them. We might kind of struggle with like the final colors, but that's okay. As long as I can get the main colorings on here, which is really pink is the only one that's left. And then maybe I'll put the other ones on the side. So I know this is how far down the functional series. Well, actually, that's a lie because the functional series has the browns and the grays too. So I might have to do a little finagling to fit them all. That's okay. I was just like, we can just use boxes. Like, that's fine. So it is nice to be able to just see all the colors in one area because it does make it easier than trying to like flip through an entire book trying to find, the color that you're looking for. Okay, so I still have these 3 colors. I also don't have one of that one, so we'll have to figure that out. But let's pause real quick and let me move to this one. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to put them along the sides here for the like remaining colors. So actually, because then I can put the next one and then I can put whatever doesn't fit along the sides over there. So I realize these aren't in the rainbow order with the rest of those, which if I were to do this all over again, I'd probably put them in that order too, just so they're all the same, but that's okay. These are like the extra additional colors, fun colors that you get in these books. And I do really want to do a book with just these colors. I know I've been asked so many times, and I'm like, I know. I honestly don't know why I haven't yet, but it is on my list. It is on my list. Okay, I'm going to put this one, squeeze this down at the bottom. Okay, and the only one I'm missing is that eggplant color, which I don't have one of that one. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to pull out another book. I think I have a damaged book that I can pull that out. So to be determined. I'll grab that in a little bit. Let me just get the rest of the stuff in here real quick. So now we're going to go to this one. I'm not going to put black because I'll have black on the other side, which will be in the, whatchamacallit, it'll be on the neutral side. So I'm not going to put black in here because I don't really see the point of doing that. But I am going to go in with these ones. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's just like ever so slightly of a difference. Again, I don't understand it. I don't know why. I'm like, how does that even make sense when I use the same exact color? But if it's printed on a completely different printer than the first time, which chances are it probably was because they have hundreds of printers, and it's just as confusing to me as I'm sure it might be to you. So, but we're going to get all these colors in here, and then it'll be easy to see. And that way, if I'm looking for a specific shade, because sometimes those differences actually really help and I'm able to match to things a lot better. I'm going to say I actually prefer the butter yellow that's in the functional series. It has definitely more of like a buttery look to it. And like this one's giving a little bit more of like that mustard shade, where this one's giving more of like that really like lemony yellow. I don't know. There's just like ever so slightly different, but that's just even more shades, more shades to work with, which is always fun. But that's why I wanted to do both of these on here. That way it's a little bit easier to see so I can tell. And that way when I'm trying to match things, I can pick between the 2 books to figure out which one is better. Ooh, I actually really like this blue too. So interesting. So interesting. I just don't know why. Like, make it make sense. Okay, we're almost there. I really just have the neutrals left to stick in here. Which part of me is like, maybe I should save the neutrals for the other side because the neutrals will also be on the other side, and those are technically the same colors. So now I'm like, maybe I'll save the neutrals for the other side and we'll just leave these as the rainbow. I feel like that makes sense, right? So maybe we won't put the neutrals over here. I think I'm going to put, because I already have it prepped, we're not going to do neutrals today, but maybe I'll save the grays and the browns for putting on the other side, and then I can still have a section for that because there's not as many colors, which means I'm going to have a lot more space to kind of separate things over there. So this is what we are looking like. Again, Functional doesn't have these extra colors, but at least now I kind of have all the colors so I can see them easily. Let me go find a book with that other purple shade that apparently I'm missing. Okay, I found it. I'm going to see if I can move these down because I don't know why I put them that high up. But if I can move these down, then I think I can probably fit that purple closer to the top without having to cut it. So I'm just going to go through and shift all of these down real quick. Thankfully, they're peeling up pretty easily. I say that and then I'm going to end up ripping something, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay. Okay, now I gave myself room, and now I have that purple. So now I have all the colors that come in rainbow boxes and then the Functional series. So then all I need to do is right at the top here. Okay, so I have rainbow boxes and then the Functional series. If I wanted to take it a step further too, I could go in with Check It Off as well, and like use the bullets or something and basically do the same thing and get all of those colors in there as well. And then I could write Check It Off. So that is an option too, to do that. Those are all the colors we have there, and then that way we could see the differences as well. If there are, I feel like these are still, like somehow these are kind of in the in-betweens. Like, I don't know. You guys, I don't know. It's crazy. But, so I could do that as well. That's actually not a bad idea to put Check It Off. Maybe going down here. That way we can see those colors as well. Okay, there we go. I went ahead and added the Check It Off colors too. So I will just title this somewhere. Okay, that way I have all of the rainbow things all in one area, and then I'll be able to flip open to this book. So that way I can see when I'm looking for colors. I can even try to see if there's anything similar in here. But then that way I can see all my colors in one spot. All right, so that's the rainbow one. We still have to make the cover page, but maybe we'll do that when we do, because we got to go in and do all the neutral colors. But just in case, if you guys were needing a way to kind of sort your colors so you can easily see what you have, just taking a notebook or whatever and kind of just sticking everything in there so you have something that you can easily pull out when you're planning to kind of color match and make like a little swatch book. Hopefully that's easy for you, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!